So in this lesson, we're going to look at the Flask Blueprint. The Flask Blueprint. So Flask Blueprint enables us to structure and organize our code in a efficient manner. So if you check here, you can see the way I separated all the modules so that they can be able to contain their own functional requirements and their own user interface design. So it enables us to be able to scale it well so that we can add more modules to this application here if we wish to. So if you check during the previous lecture, what we did was to segment each of the modules by having their own. So each of these modules here have their own templates, their own init.py, their own forms.py, and their own rules.py. Remember, this form.py create the forms, and this rule.py will define the functionality for each of these modules here, right? So we have already created the forms in our last video. Now, this video we're going to set up the Bluetooth, right? We're going to start the blueprint. Yeah. We're going to set up the blueprint. So what I will do now is for each of these modules, there's always an init.py, right? So I will set it up here, right? So the first thing I will need to do, let me be explaining here. So I need to import the blueprint. I need to import the blueprint class, right? So the blueprint class is in the Flask library, right? So the Flask framework. So I need to import the blueprint class to create modular components, right, of the application. So to import it from the Flask, import blueprint. Okay. Now the second code I need to write here is we need to create a blueprint object for each of the module. Like we need to create an object for this alt module because we need alt module, right? So we need to create an object for the alt module, right? So we need to call that. We need to call it a name. We need to call the blueprint a name. So what I will do, I will call the blueprint alt BP. BP stands for blueprint. You can call it any name if you wish to, but I just want to like what I want to do is I want to be consistent in my naming convention. Like the alt signifies the folder, the underscore the blueprint, right? So the alt blueprint is the blueprint used to reference it in root. So we use this to reference this in the root and the template file, right? So the alt BP is equal to. So I will explain this blueprint. We have the folder is alt name. So the template folder is equal to the templates. Then the static folder is equal to static. Okay, let me explain this. Right. So you can see this name here. This name is used to determine the root part of the blueprint. This name here is used to determine the root part of the blueprint. Now this alt here is our folder, right? The alt is our folder. Now the template folder here specifies the folder where the templates for this blueprint are located. Right? So the static folder here specifies the folder where the static files like the CSS, GSS image files for the blueprint are located. Now in this our application here, if we didn't do this, right, even if we're putting our HTML files inside this template here, now this application will not see it. So that's why we're doing this, right? So this alt is the folder name, right? So this template folder, so it means that you should see everything inside this template folder. So in the static folder, we'll define a global static file later for our stuff for our application, right? So, I'm done with this. So the next line of code will be from the app.port import the root. Okay. Now what we did is to import the root from the root.py file within the app.faculty package. Now this ensures that the roots defined in the root.py are registered with the blueprint. So that despite I've not defined the root yet, but just this is just to ensure that the roots defined in the root.py are registered within the blueprint with the blueprints. So now with this, what I will just need to do, I have to do this for all the modules that I have in this application. So I will copy and done for auth. So I will do for department. So I'll do for department. You can see department has the init file. So I will open it. I'll paste it here. So I'll just do some minor changes here. I will change this to department BP. So I'll change the folder name to department. Okay, I'll change this to department. So I'll do the same. I'm done for department now. So I'll do the same for faculty. This is the init file. So I'll paste. Alright. So I'll change this to faculty blueprint. So I'll change this one to faculty folder in templates, then change this to faculty. Okay. Now for the level, I'll do the same thing for level. I'll change this to level BP. I'll change this to level. So remember that the folder name must be the same. You can see this level and this folder name here is the same. So I'll change this to level. So I'm done for level, right? So for program, it's the init file, paste this here. So I will change this to program BP. I will change this to program, then change this to program. Okay, for the students, let's leave the student for now. I think we're not really using the student. So let's leave the student for now. So on our next video, we're going to look more on the user interface where we'll design our HTML. Well, in this class, we'll be using Bootstrap, right? The Flask Bootstrap. So we're going to do that so that will enable us to be very, very fast with some little bit changes using the HTML and CSS. And then we're going to define our route and see how this application works, right? So thank you and stay blessed.